My name is Alex. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm 32 years old and a UI UX designer. I've been sitting in front of computer screens all my life designing. That's why I thought I'd come to Pakistan for vacation. New people, new places, new stories. But I never thought these stories would get so dark that one day I'd have to share them with you. These horror incidents that I'm starting to tell you about from today are completely true. Let's go towards the story. Today, a full month has passed for me in the city of Karachi, Pakistan. By the way, I've seen other cities of Pakistan that are very beautiful, but I liked it more here. This city is called the City of Lights. I'm learning the local language here, and I was having a very good time here until I saw that stage. In the house where I live, for many days, a voice has been coming from the house across the street. Sometimes a woman screams. She's scolding her daughter. There isn't much noise here, so the voice reaches my house too. Understanding the language is a bit difficult, but I understand many things. I also have a friend, Adnan, who I met a few days ago. He's a good guy, and he takes good care of me. As soon as morning came, I asked, "Who lives across from me?" For many days, every night, some woman is screaming at someone. Adnan told me, "This family shifted last year. My mom knows them. These people don't interact much with anyone. They have one daughter. Her health remains poor. They mentioned to my mom that she's good at studies, but she's very stubborn, stays awake all night, doesn't listen to anyone. But it's wrong." "What's wrong, Adnan?" "Look, Alex bro, I've seen the girl. Age would be 15 to 16 years. Why scold a child so much? Here people even beat children. Abroad, like in your country, I've heard, children even file cases against parents." "You're right. So should we go somewhere or keep me standing here in the sun?" Adnan took me to a coffee shop, but here we drink tea. People drink a lot of local tea here, and it tastes good too. So I also drink 2 to 4 cups a day. I came home and I saw a small girl was standing at the window of the house across the street. I understood. This is the same one Adnan was talking about in the morning. There wasn't much light. I tried to move closer to look through the window, when suddenly a woman came from behind, and she immediately saw me, pulled the girl back with her hand, and shut the window forcefully. Adnan had told me, if you stare at someone here, if it's some girl or woman, and if she sees you, it can become a problem. This is an Islamic country. You have to be a little careful here. And anyway, it's not a good thing. I lay down, and I didn't realize around 1 a.m. my eyes opened. I got up to drink water. I saw, in the house across, only one room's light was on. The whole house was dark. The window was closed, but a yellow bulb was on. And behind the window, there's a table that I've seen before. Someone was sitting on that table. A shadow-like figure was visible, sitting on the table, moving head repeatedly, and sometimes it felt like legs were dangling from the table, sometimes sitting with legs up. I thought it's the same girl. Well, as soon as I thought about going, the other room's light turned on. I looked again. That window was open now. In dim light, I could see it's the girl. She went inside the room and turned on some other room's light. Maybe it was the washroom. I can't say for sure, but that girl went there. Then I stared at that closed window. After that, I noticed no movement was happening. Felt a bit strange. Felt a bit scared. I stood watching for 5 to 10 minutes. When no movement happened, I came and lay down and slept. Morning came. I felt like visiting Karachi's animal market, so I made a plan to go there. I called the Uber guy and said, "Pick me up in an hour." Also, I called Adnan and said to him, "If you're free, will you come with me?" He said, "Yes, I'll come. You get ready in a while." I came down ready, sat at the shop across the street. The shopkeeper asked, "Bro, will you have coffee or our kind of coffee?" I said laughing, "Bring your kind of coffee," meaning tea. Meanwhile, Adnan came. I said to him, "Bro, I wanted to ask you something. Yesterday, you told me they have one daughter. Do they have only one daughter, or is there someone else in their house?" Adnan said jokingly, "Alex bro, what's the matter? Did you see someone? Did you like someone in that house?" I said, No, just asking." Adnan said, "Is it the auntie? But she's quite fat." We started laughing. I said, "I need to tell you something." I took Adnan to the upper room of my house and showed him the window that was closed at night. Now it was open, and the table placed in front was also visible. I told him the whole story and said, at nighttime when there was no one in the house, who could sit on that table? I thought it's the girl. But even if I assume there was no one, Then the girl went somewhere, waking up at night in front of me. I felt like it was a girl sitting, not the auntie. And think yourself, why would such a fat auntie sit on the table at night? Meanwhile, my phone rang, and the Uber guy called me from downstairs. On the way, Adnan became thoughtful, and we were returning from visiting the animal market. On the way, Adnan said, "Man, don't think too much about these things. This family seems crazy to me anyway." Meanwhile, we reached, and Adnan stood near the gate with me for a while. Everything was going according to normal routine. It was around 10 p.m. Only 5 minutes had passed since we reached. The gate across opened forcefully, and a loud sound came from hitting the wall. We saw a woman came running towards us from across. Between our house and theirs was just a small road. Seeing this, I got very scared. Adnan moved forward. He said, "What happened? What happened, Auntie? Is everything okay?" She stopped. Her breath was heavy and started gesturing. There, my daughter." Adnan looked at me, and Adnan ran straight towards her house. This is how people are in Pakistan. Everything's normal. People who help each other. No one questions them. No one is afraid to help anyone. And I started walking behind Adnan. We were now in the house across. First, we went to a room where no one was. Adnan turned back to look at the auntie. The auntie came and pointed forward. There, the girl was lying upside down on a bed, and she was having convulsions. Her body was jerking as if current was passing through her. Adnan immediately said to call an ambulance, tried to straighten the girl. The girl opened her eyes and looked at me with crooked eyes, and foam started coming out of her mouth. My soul left me. I was feeling very scared. Don't know why there was a strange restlessness in their house. There was strange madness in that girl's eyes. The woman said, "I don't have a husband. I'm alone. Don't know what happened to her. We have to take her." The signals were having some problem, so I called the Uber guy back. Said to Adnan, "You explain to him properly, because his English isn't that good. I don't understand his words much." Adnan immediately called him. He said, "I'm nearby." He came in 3 to 4 minutes. We made the girl sit on a chair and brought her out. The girl seemed unconscious, but I didn't know this night was going to change my life. I realized what fear feels like. That night, the car arrived. Adnan and I held the girl's hand and made her sit in the car. Adnan sat himself. The girl's mother sat. Adnan gestured to me, "Come." I said, "Me?" Adnan said, "Forget it. I'm calling you for this reason. There might be need to take her or to hold her." I started thinking. Her mother said to me, "Son, hurry up." I sat in the car without thinking. The girl was in the back seat. I sat in front. The car driver said, "Should I take to the nearby hospital?" I looked back, asked the girl's mother, "Where do you want to go?" Said, "We'll take her to a doctor. My acquaintances are there." Started explaining the address to the car driver. On the way, I started thinking, where have I gotten stuck? I thought, we'll go to some hospital, some clinic like Auntie is saying. But after a while, a strange area became visible from the car. Strange people, small streets, broken road. Then Auntie said, "Stop the car." I tried to look. There was nothing. No hospital, no clinic, not even a shop was there. We got out of the car. The auntie started talking to Adnan. What little I understood, she was talking about going inside some house, pointing towards a gate. Then she said to me, "If you want to wait, you can wait. Otherwise, sit inside the house across." I said, "No problem. Don't you take tension. I'm fine. And what will I do here? I'll come with you." We lifted the girl, holding hands, and we went inside a small house. Going inside, I found out many people were sitting there. I wasn't understanding anything. Adnan said to sit down. We sat on the ground. Some girls came and took the auntie and girl away. A little far away there was a room. A curtain was hanging outside the room. Adnan said, "It's necessary to maintain purdah here. When you come to a holy place, here both men and women are present. Here women have a separate section and men have a separate one." I saw many people were sitting there. From someone's clothes, it seemed he's a very poor man. Someone was sitting wearing very good clothes, expensive watch. I asked Adnan, "What is all this?" Adnan explained, "There's nothing to worry about. Everything is new for you. Just keep sitting quietly. I'll keep explaining when the time comes. Right now, we're waiting for the Dr. Sahab. Actually, this Dr. Sahab is in the hospital during the day. He is a professional doctor, but at night he comes here for 2-3 hours and treats people. And this treatment is free. He's a very generous man. He takes out this time only for Allah, meaning people who come here get their spiritual treatment done. What? Spiritual? What is spiritual? Adnan explained. Spiritual treatment is that process which is done with Allah's help and through prayers, wazaif, and zikr from Quran and Hadith. There's no medicine or medical treatment in it. Rather, by reading Quranic verses, surahs, and prescribed prayers, the person asks Allah for cure. Maulanas, or common people who have knowledge of this, they try to solve people's problems by reciting Quran, ruqya, prayers, blowing, funk, and wazifa. Why not medical treatment? What kind of disease is it that can't be cured through medical means in today's era? Adnan said, "Man, how do I explain to you? Do you know about black magic?" I said, "Yes." Adnan said, "Right now, understand, something like that happens here. People whose medical treatment is difficult, they come here. And even doctors themselves come here. Otherwise, they would do this work in their hospital itself. Look at the people. You know, just now a man told me he has come from another city just for this treatment. This means these are real Molvis who are helping people. Otherwise, some people here also fool people." Meanwhile, the gate opened. A tall, stout man came inside. He was wearing pant shirt and had a long beard. As soon as he came inside, he started talking to some people, and while coming, started saying something to 2 to 3 people. Passing by me towards the front, where the curtain was hanging, he moved it aside and went behind it. The Maulana's personality was very good. Impressive entry with powerful voice. He went inside and called out to a guy, "Send," like a doctor says, "send by number." A guy called out, "Mohsin Naqvi." An elderly man got up, went inside. Me and Adnan kept sitting for a while, and the Maulana called one man, then one woman one by one. His voice was reaching outside. I could hear someone's checkup too. Finally, the auntie started peeking from behind the curtain, as if she was looking for us. Adnan was busy on mobile. I quickly got up. I said yes. The auntie said to me, "My number is about to come. Get me a water bottle." I went towards the outside. Right at the gate, a child was selling local water bottles. I bought water from him. When I came back, the auntie wasn't there. I sat down near that same gate, so that as soon as they appeared to me, I'll give them the water bottle. The curtain was moving due to wind. I could see the Maulana. Women were sitting inside, and children with them too. Now I could clearly hear the Maulana's voice. My gaze fell. The auntie was sitting right there, and the girl was sleeping with her head on her shoulder. The Maulana Sahab called them forward. 2 women came, held the girl, and made her sit in front of the Maulana. The girl's eyes were closed, and she was immersed in sleep. The Maulana Sahab said to the auntie, "Tell me, what's the problem?" The auntie said, "For the last 6 months, I haven't been able to understand this girl. Good at studies, listens to things, does housework, but when she doesn't listen, she becomes stubborn. Doesn't sleep all night. Took her everywhere. Got treatment done. But for some time, I've started feeling the matter is something else. I saw. She woke up at night, she made tea for herself, and filled it in a big bottle, and took it to the room, Maulana Sahab. I didn't find that bottle afterwards. And how can she drink so much tea, when even if I give her tea in the morning, she doesn't touch it? Look at her health. It's decreasing day by day." The Maulana Sahab said, "How many people are in your house?" "There's a husband. He's home for 2 to 4 days, on and off. He works in another city." "Tell me the girl's name." The auntie said, "Rita." The Maulana Sahab called out to the girl, "Yes, Rita. Which class are you in?" The girl answered, "My mom brought me here for no reason. I'm fine now. They called me crazy and took me to a mental doctor." The Maulana Sahab said to the auntie, "See, why did you do this? The girl is mashallah intelligent. Okay, beta, I'm telling you some things. You will have to do them. You will get better. Your health is poor." The girl said, "Yes, my health is poor. Why did you bring me here, mama?" The Maulana Sahab said, "Okay, no problem. I'll make her understand. Come a little closer. I'll recite some prayer so your health gets better." The girl moved a little forward. The Maulana started reciting something, then opened his eyes and looked at the girl, then said, "Recite the kalma." The girl remained silent. The Maulana said, "Recite the kalma, Rita." The girl started reciting the kalma. Kalma is that which makes you a Muslim. The purpose of becoming Muslim is that you have to say some words first. Without that, you cannot become Muslim. The Maulana said, "Recite the kalma." The girl recited the kalma in a soft voice. The Maulana said, "Recite the kalma." The girl became silent and started looking. The Molana said again, "Recite the Kaoma, recite the Kaoma," then said, angrily, in a slightly louder voice, "Recite the Kaoma." At that moment, the curtain moved a little from the gate. The girl's face looked like she was about to cry, as if she was feeling embarrassment. The Molana again said without stopping, "Recite the Kaoma." The girl remained silent, then said more angrily, "I thought, what kind of man is this?" screaming at a small girl, scaring her. The girl remained silent. The Molana moved a little forward, then said, "Recite the Kaoma." I myself saw. At that moment, the girl's eyes opened completely, and her voice changed. And the girl, looking into the Molana's eyes, said, "I will not recite. I'll remain sitting right there." With me, 1 or 2 men who were watching this immediately got up and went outside. I'm feeling scared while telling this. My hairs are standing up, and the girl started staring continuously. The Molana said, "You won't recite the Kaoma?" The girl said, "No, I will not recite." Sweat started falling on my hands. I suddenly touched my face. I was completely drenched in sweat. The atmosphere inside was strange. Women were scared. The Molana started reciting something, because of which the girl started screaming, sometimes moving forward and staring near the Molana's face, sometimes while sitting, trying to twist her waist completely. I had had enough. I got up and started to go outside immediately. Adnan came. He said, "Do you have the water bottle?" I said to him, "You take this." And I directly went outside. Standing outside, I started thinking, what exactly is the problem with this girl? I started feeling so scared. I started missing my home. I felt like I've come to a very wrong place. Meanwhile, the sound started reaching outside. The girl started screaming. And then, after a while, the auntie said, "Let's go, we're going home." The girl was conscious. Her lips had dried up. As soon as she was about to sit in the car, I was very afraid of her. Adnan said, "Sit, don't worry." The girl kept looking at me while sitting. We came home. Adnan left me at the gate and said, "We'll talk about this tomorrow. It's gotten too late. You go and rest. I'll tell you the rest of the story later." This was a beginning that took me forward. There was a lot in it. No scary voice. No one came face to face much, but this was real. Whatever it was, everything was real. If you liked this story, then please do tell me, so that I can convey my further journey to you people.